Today I'm going to share with you just an update on how my no spend month went last September 2023. Okay, so last month, September 2023, I gave you a little heads up, not much, that I was going to do a no spend month. I just sort of had been thinking about it, maybe not real long, a couple weeks, and I really just felt like I needed to jump in and do it, and I am so glad I did. So today I want to share a little bit of how that went with you. Did we make it all the way to the end? And what exactly is a no spend month? For us, it was not spending on things that were not necessary. So yes, we bought groceries, and that was one of the main things. Let me mention there that within a grocery budget, not just because we thought we needed all this food. So yes, it was a limited amount of groceries, trying to stay within a budget, gas, and just our bills, things that needed to be paid for. So no Amazon shopping, no clothes shopping, no checking out the ads on Instagram, no, not even on Facebook, just things like that. Nothing extra, just the necessities. So how did it go? Well, I did do a video at the very beginning showing you that I felt like it was needed, that I needed to clean out my freezer and my refrigerator. And I'm so glad I did that, because really I was able to pull a lot of things that I found that I did not realize I had and sort of make some meals. And it wasn't like out of the ordinary meals. It was stuff that I would usually make. I just forgot that I had this stuff in the back of my freezer. So first thing, always check your freezer, your refrigerator, that bottom drawer in the refrigerator, and your pantry. I also went through my pantry, and I do share that in a different video before you go grocery shopping. I am a homeschool mom of 4 boys, so we are feeding a family of 6. And now that some of them are older, I have graduated too, and I have a 6th grader and an 11th grader this school year. So my 2 oldest, one is working, one is in school all the time. They're not here all the time, but I am making lunches for them. So I really needed to mentally prep. Now, that was a learning curve. And one thing that I noticed, that I was spending a lot of money on bread. Did I mention we're gluten-free? Yeah. The cost has risen so much, even since the beginning of the year, on most things in general, but definitely on gluten-free. Let me know where you're at. Is the prices skyrocketing? Some things have gone down. Like, I feel like eggs and milk have gone down, but some of the prices for what gluten-free options, it's just, they're not budging. And so I am looking at some other options, and just last week I started a sourdough. That was something that I wanted to do. I had the stuff to do it with, so I'll try to keep you posted on how that goes. I did try one recipe with pancakes. They weren't too bad. I have a couple boys that will eat them, but because it's different, a couple of them are looking at me like, what is that, Mom? But I would like to get to the point where I can make some bread from it. So stepping out of my comfort zone, learning some new things, and it really just pushed me to realize I need to make an effort. I need to at least try to see if I can do this. That was all from the groceries. I do have a playlist for all the videos that I did, which was less than a handful. I also did a decluttering video last month. You wouldn't think that would be related to a no spend month because you're getting rid of things, but really, when you're getting rid of things, you're seeing things that you bought and you're not really sure why. And you're questioning, why did I get this? What, even if you remember why you got it, was it really necessary? So in a no spend month and doing some decluttering, I'm realizing that just because I see something and I think, oh, I would like to have that, doesn't mean that I need to go ahead and buy it at that moment. And I should know this because over the years, as my 2 oldest and even my 3rd one coming along have gotten older, they'll think about something they want. They'll look on Amazon and say, hey, Mom, what about this? I'd like to get this. I said, why don't you put it in your cart and think about it for a little while? And a lot of times they would come back and realize, I don't really want to spend my money on that. So I think we all need to be in that mindset, our family. And I encourage you, if you're not there, to think about that thought. Can you wait a day or two? Can you think about it? Because you may either forget about it or you may realize, I only have this much and I would rather have that. I don't need this. So that encourages you a little bit. I feel like I needed that reminder, and decluttering reminded me that I don't need to, I guess, what you call the impulse buy. And even with impulse buys, yes, you can return them, but do we always make it back to return it? I know I have not. So I do have a lot of energy right now to declutter and get rid of things. And I have been doing some decluttering of my room. My video was of a closet. That was such a blessing to get that cleaned out. We can open the door and nothing falls out now. And it's really pretty empty, just the necessities that I planned to want to have in there. So, but decluttering my room, want to go through the boys' things, because going through things, you're realizing, yeah, especially the boys. I have a couple that are still growing. They need some things. Things do wear down, and I'm sort of just making a list, but want to be intentional about what I'm purchasing for them. My youngest is actually very picky. Like, I can't just go to a yard sale and pick up a bunch of stuff and think, oh, I got him a bunch of clothes, because there may be a couple things that he'll be like, okay, I'll wear that. He likes the few things he likes, and that's it. So even at his young age, I feel like I just need to take him, because I can't take the chance of buying something, especially if I'm going to buy it used at a secondhand store or something like that, because I do a lot of the shopping for them at a secondhand store. For myself, I like to thrift. So, and that was another thing that I did not do this past month. I did not go into the thrift store, anything like that, just any extras. I just wanted to stay focused on what was needed. And it really freed up some extra time to get some other things done, like decluttering, like cooking. Because when you're doing a no-spend month and you're on that limited food budget, yeah, you realize I need to be in the kitchen. I need to make this. I need to get it done. I have come to the point, and I've realized this before, but this helped, like I said, sort of a reminder of go ahead and do some of that bulk cooking or baking. I know some people do freezer meals. I don't feel like I have the most space for freezer meals. I could make some here and there, and I may do some, but one thing that I do is, like, instead of just cooking enough meat for that dinner, I will cook enough meat up for the whole week, so I just have to throw the dinner together. Or I'll do breakfast muffins, and I'll make enough for hopefully a couple weeks, not always lasting that long. Things like that, just make it in larger quantities to stretch it out since I have it all out, because homeschooling and just keeping up with the house and doing the extra jobs that I have right now, it is busy season. When I do find that little bit of time, I need to just get it all done. And when I have a recipe for muffins, let's go ahead and double it, triple it, which I have done. And that is very helpful, and it may take a little effort at that moment, but in the end, I'm very grateful for it. So I hope that encourages you in whatever season you are in. So as I'm stepping into this new month of October, you know, a lot of people's instinct to no spend month, they'd be like, okay, now I can go shopping. And I am trying to hold back on that. And like I said, this has helped me think a little bit more intentional. I don't want to just go shopping. I want to know what I actually need when I go shopping. Now, there was a few things, like I needed to place an Azure standard order, which I did, and I will share that with you in a future video. So if you like this type of content, which is actually sort of new, I haven't done a whole lot of no spend or decluttering videos. I am usually doing homeschool videos, or we are a gluten-free family, so I do share a lot of our food and cooking videos, grocery haul videos, that type of thing. So I appreciate it if you would subscribe and like this video if it has encouraged you. I'm hoping this thought process will carry me through the next few months since the holidays are coming up, that I can really just stay focused and be intentional with the spending, especially for the holidays, because really it can be overwhelming, especially when you get that feeling of discontentment, and just taking the time to look around and be really grateful for what you do have. So I just want to encourage you there. I do think I would like to do another no spend month, but I'm going to say, we'll see if this happens, that I think I'm going to wait till like February. I know a lot of people will do it in January, but I think my mindset, I will have other goals that I will be working on that I don't know if I can add that on top of it, because it does take a little bit of mental energy to do a no spend month. A little planning, knowing what you have, thinking about what you do need to spend through the month, what bills you have. Does anybody really need something? I mean, say they did absolutely need some shoes, that would be fine. Just sort of doing a little bit of planning ahead. So I felt like I knew September would be a pretty easy. I didn't have anything coming up, those type of things. So I do appreciate you all watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again soon.